Hello, welcome to a Walkie talkie. And I've never really done much about employment, and I think I'll do something about employment. I'm not talking about any personal experiences, but I was reading some stuff on like a website Reddit, right? And it's about UK employment. The employment sector, or employers, tend to have it in for employees no matter what left or right turn anybody does. Whether it be you being in one example, 4 minutes late in to work because the trains had some kind of suicide incident, right? People getting a dressing down for wearing a metal t-shirt, that's another one. It just seems employers have it in for us. Now, one thing I do understand, right? Employers are not social workers. They are not mental health teams. All that stuff under the radar. But why do they have a vested interest to have it in for employees? Right? Whether it was, maybe for instance, employee gets changed for a shift, and they come out the changing room and it's like 2 minutes into the shift they get a bollocking, or at the actual the very first point of contact between employer and employee, and they do a social media check and find, heaven fucking forbid it, person has uploaded a bunch of hip-hop songs, maybe some Eminem stuff. Eminem swears and he doesn't exactly hold back or anything. He's not a walkie-talkie or a left faffer, right? And they don't like it, so because they don't like it, they take some kind of discipline. Usually it's some form of like probation or a reduction of hours to work from. It's absolutely mental. Another one that I read on the Reddit is that somebody, most people will have some form of access card, right? And the access card has failed in this person, and to get this resolved or temporarily resolved, they had to go to security, and security came over and addressed the problem. They got through the door 3 minutes late, bloody hairy male kicked off. Hairy male, very hell, you know what I mean, right? And guess what? They get sacked on the spot. Again, social media, a gentleman who does a lot of gaming, just because his boss didn't like the type of game that he has a specialty to, sacked him. This is absolutely real, and this is absolutely surreal, right? And then we've got the the DEI bullshit things where it's people are getting sacked because they've said something maybe abrupt or a sweeping generalisation 9 years ago. I mean, what fucking relevance is 9 years ago? In 9 years ago I had very long hair and it was multicolour, and people thought I was using it as a coming out gesture, blah blah blah. Oh well, ignorant cunts. Right? But there's a general clinch I'm trying to whack at, and maybe I'm not doing it the right way, but employers tend to have it in for us. And it's absolutely unreal, because if anything, we're the ones that are given loyalty, hard work. We might even work 10 or 15 minutes over a shift just to make sure everything's perfect, and what do we get in return? We get fucking probations, sackings, demotion and all the rest of it. And remember when I said we, I'm not involving myself because I've not had any issue of that front. I'm just lumping myself up with the general public. That's a nice motorbike, whatever the fuck it's come from anyway. So yeah, it's just terrible. It's like, you know, we spend about easily 1/3 of our lives working, and we're trying to make it as easy for our boss, but our bosses, a general mass, are making it as difficult and icky for us as possible. It's just such a shame, because, like, you know, the people that I've worked around have all worked their fucking tits off, and they have went above and beyond just to get, you know, objectives met and deadlines met and all the rest. And what do they get in return? Verbally treated like shite for a number one, probation, suspension. It's just wrong as fuck. Is that the swimming place gone? Oh no, that's the wrong sheet. Anyway, but yeah, it's just, come on, you know what, they bubble away about team working and all that stuff. Yeah, when you try and apply it, the side that talk about teamwork and don't know what the fuck they're doing. You know, we are ready to teamwork, we are ready to bust our balls, we are ready to burn the midnight candle and have professional as anything results at the end of the day. But we don't even get a thank you for it as a general public. And, you know, as I say, you know, workers, I do understand. Employers are not social workers. Employers are not your friends. I understand that employers barely even care about you. They just have you as a payroll number and a uniform kind of rental thing, you know, rental uniform. What a fucking joke! But it get up is, it's just mince. It's absolute mince. It's crap. You know, workers are on the very highest proportion respectful and will to bust a gut. And what are they getting for a bust a gut clock? Nothing. Sometimes they even get their wages diddled and dodged. You know, let's say Jane Doe, she goes to check her bank on payday, and there's fuck all in there. You know, and that can be very deflating. She's got bills, she's got a car to pay up, she's got her mortgage, I've got 2 children to pay food for, and she has not a penny. And you're like, okay. And the available funds she has until the next payday, until what you call a pay resolution day, is another 3 weeks. And she's only got £181 to look after her boys, to pay for the car, the mortgage, and to keep her physical and social needs dealt with as well. If she's running life at 100%, that £181 will be done in about 3 days. Workers just don't get good circumstances. Where possibly appropriate, get yourself on the unions. They should be all around your staff workplace, you know, your work room, you know, the room that you have, staff room, there we go. And if you don't see any, have a wee call to some of the unions. They are pretty damn friendly, and they might be able to tell you stuff that the company doesn't want you to know. If you know, you know. And yes, as UK is based on if you know, you know. They don't like to give you good information because they know you're going to benefit, and honestly that itself sucks. We should be in the know for all the good stuff. We're not talking about drugs or anything. We're just wanting a fucking simple life as a general public. Now, I am on a union, and I'll continue to be on a union because, I say, you know, workplaces are not your friends. Workplaces are there to have you done, and they will try and put you in a place where they can use against you. It's like a police station interview, right? Nobody in that room is actually there for you, right? And if there's something they can rail you on, they will. But if you have union representation to anything, even including probation, you might have one step ahead, just one step ahead, and be properly represented, because there's a big difference between being underrepresented and being fucked every direction possible versus being represented and having you as a person upholded and the truth upholded and a more favourable outcome. It might not be the best outcome, but it might be a bit more favourable. But anywho, it's 12 minutes in. Bloody hell, I've been talking all day. Anywho, it's Friday, traditional clock out time, so everyone have a great weekend, whatever you're doing. Stay well, stay safe, make sure your friends and family know that they are loved by you, and in the meantime, I'll catch you later.